Alright, so got a log on the sawmill. Been quite a while actually since we've sawn anything. This is going to be trailer decking. You've seen us cut this tree down. It's been a while back, but I need, I think, 3 more boards for the deck of the trailer. Took us long enough to get it all cut, but I'm hoping to get my 3 boards out of this log here, so we'll give it a shot. It's let's see, what is it, 63 degrees. I'm about burning up right now with this hoodie on, so perfect cutting weather. We'll buzz this up and hopefully get us some good lumber out of it, so let's get that going. Those are 20 foot long, by the way, so a little bit heavy. Yeah, good and solid. All right, let's roll this thing and cut the rest of it. All right, so you can see here we still got some of the bark left on it, and then down here, you know, we got a little bit more got down into the wood. So I'll take another cut off of this, say 1 inch thick, and what that'll do is it'll get rid of that bark up here at this end, but it'll also give me a board down here that I can actually use for something else. So I know it's you know, it would have been a little bit of a waste if I just cut it all off at once, but this way at least I'll get a board out of it and can use a little bit of it. So Alright, so according to my calculations, I measured the kind of what was remaining on the deck that needs covered. This cant needs to be about 6 inches by 6.5 inches. So I think we got plenty for that. We'll shave it down, try to get rid of, you know, the worst spots on it, and you know, hope for the best. So I just need 3 boards. That's going to be about 6.5 inches wide. They're roughly 2 inches thick, maybe just a fuzz thinner, according to what I've sawed them. Those have probably shrank a little bit too. They've been on there forever. But 6 by 6.5 is what we're shooting for. So let's get this thing cut down. So this side looks a little worse than this side, but I think the bottom edge is the worst of them all. So we'll probably take a piece off of this side and then a piece off what's the bottom right now, and that should be pretty good. So there's going to be a little bit of bark left up here at this end, but there ain't much we can do about that. These are 20-foot boards, and the sawmill can't handle just a, I don't know, fuzz more than that, maybe an inch or two. Really, there ain't hardly any room left. Now we're going to have to flip this thing a couple of times to get to where we need here. So you can see it right now probably. This is the worst side here. So we'll take a little bit off there and then a little bit off what's on the bottom now. And that should give us the proper sized cant to cut our boards out of. Now we're sitting on a piece of bark somewhere. Right there it is. Now I make it a point not to put my hands under the cant because I don't feel like getting trapped out here on the sawmill. There we go. Now this is probably so heavy that it ain't going nowhere, but I'll just go ahead and put a little bit of tension on it with the clamp anyway. Now this is, yeah, 8 inches is what we got on our width here. And that's running consistent, so we'll take an inch or so off of this. Like I say, we need 6.5 by 6, and this dimension could be our 6.5. So let's knock an inch off of that and see what it looks like. we'll get some lumber out of that piece that we just cut off there too, and that looks a lot better. So I believe this side's okay. Let's turn this to where this side is up, and we'll take a piece off of that. So this is 7 inches right now, and 7 1/4 here. Not as nice as a hydraulic turner, but it does the job. Again, this log's so big it probably ain't gonna move, but we'll clamp it down anyway. Okay, so it's all running real consistent. Now all I got left to do is cut it into 3 boards. So they'll be roughly 2 inches thick. This is 7 inches by 6 1/2. So we'll turn it one time, so the 6 1/2 is our board. And we'll cut it twice, and that we'll have 3 boards. With a little bit left over at the bottom, so we'll have another inch board roughly, and we'll decide which edge to leave that excess on, so the 1 inch board has the little wane left on the edge of it, and not the actual boards on the trailer deck. So let's decide that and flip it and cut it. I think honestly this side probably looks the worst, but it's not much worse, so I don't think it really matters which end we take that off of. So let's just flip it up and go, because this may be the little bit worst side, so it'll be good. It'll be on the bottom anyway. So yeah, we'll make sure we'll measure 10 times and hopefully cut twice. Make sure nothing's going to be underneath it. That's a little bit slower than the hydraulic, but still not too bad. we go. Now we're ready to cut our boards off of here. So I got the 6.5 inch side up. So this will be our boards. And those will be 2 inches thick. We should end up with roughly 1 inch at the bottom, maybe a little bit less. So let's get to cutting. Now all we got left is to take this board out of the way, flip this one over, and cut the excess off. I could cut it just the way it's laying, but you know, you're really close to the bed of the sawmill that way, so it's easier if you flip it over, or you don't run the risk of hitting anything that way. So we'll flip that over and get it cut. Now I'm not so sure, I mean, I'm sure this is a thing, but I've never seen anybody do it. But you can see the difference here. Both of these are laying on the log deck, and they should be level, but the board's got a little bit of a bow in it. So this one is bowed down, this one's bowed up. I need to saw off of this edge on this one anyway, because that's my bad edge. So what I'm going to do, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but this is what I do. I'm going to screw this board to the bottom of this one. Now that'll hold them level. The screw ain't going to get cut. It's not tall enough to get to the blade, but that keeps them both level with the log bunk on the sawmill. So we'll do the other side, and then we'll cut this one off, which I'll just be skimming the top edge of this one with the blade. You know, may cause it to dull a little bit, but the old blade, I don't care. But that's what we need to cut off, so you can see it's already had a warp to it when I was sawing the boards. So I measured this one. A little bit needs to come out of the middle on the thickness, and this one a little bit out of the middle and a lot more out of the edges. So we'll go down here and screw a board on the bottom of the other end and cut this. Now it's kind of hitting this leg. That's down low enough so that's not actually holding us off or anything. But that's got our our boards leveled up with each other on the bottom. So like I say, a little bit might need to come out of the middle of this one. That's 2 inches right there. I think the middle's a little bit thicker, so we'll set our saw at 2 inches and just kind of see where it comes out. So let's get it cut. You can see it shaved a little bit off the middle of that one and cut quite a bit off each end of this. Now this end looks a little thick. Gonna be a little bit thicker than that one, but only in the last, say, foot or so. So not too worried about that. I got to notch it anyway for the trailer, so we won't worry about that too much. But we got us a thin little crooked sawn piece here off the top. I don't know how much of this we'll be able to use. Yeah, now we'll take our boards off each end of this and call it done. Two inches. And maybe 2 1/16 there. So yeah, close enough for me. Now, not sure what day I'll do it, but I'll kind of knock the edge off of these, you know, the corner, round it off just a little bit before I put them on the trailer. Seems to look a little better that way. And cut them to length, throw them on that trailer. The deck needs bolted down. I got part of it bolted down, not all of it. I've got a video on YouTube. I haven't posted it public yet, but it's a lot of the work I've done on that trailer. So once I do this, I may make that one public, just to in case anybody wants to see that. It's just a lot of random work I've done on the trailer. No real rhyme or reason to the video, just caught a lot of it on video. So yeah. Anyway, let's call this done. I'll take the tractor, get these off the sawmill, and get on to something else.